What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of World War Minecraft. It has been a long freaking time since we've been here, and I do apologize for that. For those of you guys who would like to join us, let me show you guys the IP address real quick. It is mc.pyrostasis.com. You can find all the information you need to join this server in the video description below. There is a link that'll take you to a video that'll show you all the stuff you need. You can also go to worldwarminecraft.net. And you guys will be able to see everything you need to. Anyways, let's get started. A lot of you guys have been following for a while will know that we were doing a big major update. And so today, well, actually the update came through I think on Tuesday, but unfortunately, Tekkit and YouTube schedule has been kind of a pain in the butt, and so I haven't been able to get to it. The 2 times I had free to record, Tekkit was down both times, so it kind of sucked. My ability to play was rather limited, unfortunately. So we're going to get started today, and we're going to get to the moon. That's our basic goal is to get to the moon today. I'm probably not going to bother with setting up a space station yet. I just want to mainly get to the moon and get our oxygen supplies rolling. So we need to make a ton of stuff, and we're probably not going to make it to the moon in this episode. It'll probably be next episode, but I want to show you guys all the stuff that is required in Galacticraft to get to the moon. And you can see I've got a pretty decent store of stuff here already. I believe this will let us get most of what we need. Let's start off with the basic structure, and that is this right here, the NASA work table. This right here is pretty much the where you craft everything that you need. So for this, we're going to need some lead. We need some electrum. I think some invar, and then we need a crafting table. Obviously, I can't use the only crafting table we have, so we'll have to make another one. Whoops. There we go. All right, so let's make a new crafting table real quick, and then that should be everything we need. There we go. There's our NASA workbench. All right, I'm going to set this right here. I don't know if this thing needs power. And actually, it won't go there. We'll set it... We're going to be working over here. We'll set it right here. Bam! This thing's freaking huge, isn't it? And it looks like something like out of some science fiction novel or something. I think it's pretty cool looking. All right, so this right here is what produces the actual rocket ship itself. I don't think it needs power. Yeah, I think we're probably pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and start constructing the rocket. And I haven't messed around with this too terribly much, so this is going to be kind of a learning experience, at least for me. But this is the rocket production setup here. And we're going to need a ton of, we need a ton of these materials to make all of this. Let's go ahead and pull most of this stuff out. All right. All right, so first off, let's go ahead and make the nose cone. Nose cone's fairly easy. We just need 3 of these. So we're going to go ahead and make, about 10 of them. That'll get us started, at least. All right, so we got 10 of those, and we need 1 redstone torch. So we'll put him there. We'll put that there. Really? Are we fucking serious? Am I doing something wrong? Or our redstone torch recipe screwed up? Okay, I could have sworn. Okay, I guess I'm an idiot then. I could have sworn redstone torches used to be a torch was redstone, but apparently I am wrong once again. I apologize. It's been a while since I've made redstone torches. And it's late, and, you know, I have no other excuses. I'm sorry, I'm just stupid. Alright, so there's our nose cone. So we're going to come over here, and I don't know if we can store this, but we're going to try. Nope, it's just going to keep spitting it out. So that's the nose cone. Now that we have the nose cone set up, we need to get all of these sheetings done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 8 sheeting. We have 7, so we're going to need to make 1 more sheeting. Let's go ahead and put that in there. There we go. And then I believe we're going to need to make even more of that now that I mention it. Let's go ahead and make the 4 rocket fins. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 times 4. It's 16. So we're going to need 16 of these on top of the 8 that we already have. So let's go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And now we we just need the NVAR from the center. So let's click this, and then we need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the final piece that we need to make our rocket ship is the complicated part. Now, this isn't so bad. We need a button and flint and steel, which is fairly easy. I don't think I've ever made a button before. Okay, so it's just stone. So we need, do we have any cobble on us? Yeah, put that in there. Let that cook. How's the glass coming? Good, good, good. It should be spitting that out here momentarily. While we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and do flint and steel. Do I have any flint? Oh, for the love of God, I have to have flint. Seriously, no flint? Really? Am I just missing it? Okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. The reason this isn't a big deal is because we have the secret flint maker. Alright, and bam, there we go. Now we got some flint. Flint received. This is one of the shovels that MC Iltrot made for me, or McIltrot, or I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name. I'm sure I'm screwing it up. And full sat, I apologize. There's our button. Alright, we need to eat some food before we die. Do I have any food? I haven't been to my base in a long freaking time. I thought I had a bunch of bread. Oh god, we're going to starve to death. We are going to freaking starve to death. Actually, no, we got some orange juice, don't we? Yeah, we have 4 orange juice. Orange juice will save us. Whoops. Guess it would help if I don't look at that. There we go. Alright. We're good. Okay, so we've got the button. We have the... What was the other thing we needed to make for the tail section? Flint and steel. I did not actually make the flint and steel, so let's go ahead and do that. So we got that, plus our 1 piece of iron. Oh, is it actually flint and... Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Let's see, is it actually steel? God. Alright, so we need to make a 10 canister, which is pretty easy. That's just 10 in a circle, which we thankfully have plenty of. There's that. And we need 4 more heavy-duty platings, which we can do easy. Let's make 2 more of those. Clear that. And then the final piece that we need is the oxygen vent, which is just lead. Tin surrounded by lead. Not a problem. And we'll make 1 of those. Actually, I'm going to have to clear my inventory first. Let's go ahead and put this bow up real quick. Well, we'll put those 2 things up. Ought to be good with just this. Alright. There we go. And we just need 1. Alright, cycle that, and we now have the engine. Wait, what am I missing? Heavy duty plating. Why isn't it filling in the little hole then? Huh, okay. We'll do it manually then. And what was the other thing we were missing? It's the platings, okay. And bam, 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 bam. There we go. Not quite sure why the rocket wasn't filling in, but for whatever reason it wasn't. Alright, let's fill these straight down, straight up. We need the 4 fins on the right and the left, and then we need the nose cone up top. And now we have our Tier 1 rocket. Now, the Tier 1 rocket goes on one of these, which is just blocks of iron and Invar. So let's go ahead and put our 3 blocks of iron here. We've got our Invar. That'll give us 9. 9 just so happens to be the magical number of things that we need. And we're not going to set it up here because we're underwater. You guys can't see because I've got my thing disabled. There's a few other things that we're going to need, though, before we go to the moon itself. First off, we need an oxygen collector. Right here. Kind of a complex machine as well. So we need 4 lead. We need another oxygen vent, which is thankfully easy to get. Let's see, oxygen collector. We need an oxygen fan. In-bar gear, that's pretty easy to make. We'll make one of those real quick. Come on. I think everything else is pretty easy. So we got one of those. Good, good, good. Machine ingot, that's gold, and steel. Steel is going to be a problem, so I don't think I actually have any steel left after our previous base was raided. I used to have a bunch of steel in my old base until one of the admins cheated and blew up my base, if you guys remember that episode. Oxygen collector. We need an oxygen concentrator, which is just 10 surrounded by another oxygen vent and a canister. So we'll make another vent. And then we need the canister right here, which again, that one's pretty easy. And most of this is fairly cheap to do. It just takes a little bit of resources to get it all started, and that's the issue. All right, so I've got everything for this now, so we can make, right? What am I missing? This is all 10, right? Invar, and then 10. Oh, wait. Invar, 10, 10, 10. Okay. Invar. Where's our 10? 10, right? No. Okay. Bam, and bam. There we go. So we got that. Due to somebody nuking my base and cheating, I'm going to go ahead and cheat and make myself a machine frame simply for this video. It will make it a little bit easier. That way I can show you guys the actual launch. There's our machine frame. And again, if you guys think I'm cheating, I would encourage you guys to go and take a look at the video where I explain basically what happened. For those of you guys who didn't watch it, we had one of our admins on the server decide to find my coordinates underground. The coordinates were, at the time, undetectable. And he then gave those coordinates to a bunch of people, and those people then decided to take out the base. So, unfortunately, I lost a lot of supplies from that I would not have lost normally. So, not going to worry about spawning in that. Alright, so what this is right here, this is an oxygen collector. Now what the oxygen collector does, obviously it collects oxygen. So once it's powered, you can see it is taking oxygen in. And this is a place where you can put batteries and such. So this is the oxygen amount of oxygen that's actually located in the atmosphere. Obviously we're on the Earth, so there's oxygen everywhere. But since we're loaded up right now, we need to actually collect it and store it. So we're going to need an oxygen compressor, which is basically very similar to the machine we just made. Although there's a much cheaper version of it right here with refined iron. So I think we're going to actually do that method of it. So where's our refined iron? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe is what it needs for that. Oxygen compressor. Yep. And then we're going to need one more oxygen concentrator. I do not have another vent, so we'll go ahead and make one of these vents real quick. There we go. There's one vent. Clear that. And then we need the 10 again. There we go. There we are. We got that loading up. And bronze. That's the last thing we need. I do believe I've got some bronze in one of these chests. Almost pop. Block of bronze. There we go. I was about to say, I know I had it because I was looking at it before the video started. There we go. 2 more pieces of refined iron, and then we will have our setup. Now, what we're going to basically have to do is, for those of you guys who are unaware, when you get to the surface of the moon, obviously, there's no oxygen. So without oxygen, you will suffocate and die a horrible, horrible, horrible death. I don't think I said horrible enough. Wait, was that? This is all refined iron. Right, okay. So we got refined iron. We got our oxygen concentrator. Oh, we forgot to make the oxygen concentrator. That would be why. I was like, I don't understand why it's not auto-making. We made one. Oh, that's Invar or refined iron. Well, we're just going to do the Invar again. So that is, where's our Invar? Invar, 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 Invar. And then it was 10, I do recall. 10, 10, 10, and then cup, and then compressor. Yes, oxygen concentrator, oxygen collector, oxygen compressor. There we go. All right, and then we need to make some oxygen pipes, which are pretty easy. So we just do this, and we're gonna do it one more time because we're gonna make a couple dozen of these. Reason we're making so much of this, this is one of those things that we're gonna be using like all the time up there. These are basically the piping systems that we're going to use to move oxygen back and forth. So we're going to do... Well, you know, if I'd been smart, I would have done it like this. There we go. 36. Wait, why didn't it finish? There we go. Alright, so let's take our oxygen compressor, and we're going to set it right there. Is that where it wants to go in or come out at? I forget. Let's try setting it like this, and this may work. There we go. So we'll put our oxygen pipe in between the two. And bam. No. So when you connect there, yes. Alright, so we're going to lose that oxygen pipe, I do believe. No, we get it back! Oh, yay. Yay. Alright, we'll flip this around. And now these two machines should attach. Okay. And no valid oxygen tank. So we need to make an oxygen tank. So we want to make a heavy oxygen tank, which is red wool, 10 canisters, and lead. Or red wool, 10 canisters, and refined iron. Either of those will work. And I think we're actually running really freaking low on 10. Yeah, we're almost out of 10. I'm going to have to do some trading, I think, before we finish the rest of this. For the sake of this video, I am probably just gonna rock and roll anyway. Didn't we put a bunch of 10 in here? Is that 10? No, it's gold. Screw it. We're gonna go ahead and just keep right on rolling without it. So we're just gonna make 2 of these. So we need the heavy oxygen containers. Alright, so we're going to pull 2 of these. Move you out. And there we go. Alright, so when we put this in here, obviously it doesn't have enough power. Let's break you real quick. Bring you over here, and we should be able to slap it right there, and that should work. That just a sec to charge up. And here we go. And you can see the oxygen input is coming from the other machine. And then it should slowly start compressing. And you can see down there the oxygen is filling in and going from there. Now, what we're going to do, what I need to do from here is there's a couple different ways to produce oxygen on the surface of the moon. You can either go with trees or you can go with wheat. The problem with trees in this version is they're bugged. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you can get them to grow in moon, sometimes you can get them to grow on dust, sometimes the water has to be next to them, sometimes it needs to be above ground, sometimes it doesn't need water at all, sometimes it needs a light source. It's very, very buggy, and I'm not sure if it's our version of this. I know the 1.6 version is much, much better, but we're a little bit away from being able to use 1.6 because there's still a few mods that haven't made it. So for now, we're going to be using this version, and we're going to be going with wheat. With wheat, unlike trees, whenever you use the trees, the leaves actually get removed from the tree, so you have to constantly cut them down and replace them. Well, the problem is, if the leaves are being taken off, you're not getting any saplings, so you're not going to be able to reproduce the tree farm. However, if you use wheat, wheat just gets sucked, or the oxygen just gets sucked off the wheat without taking the wheat. And so that's going to be a much more sustainable resource, because you just basically plant a 4x4x4x4 farm, and you're good to go, and you can basically run a whole dome off of that. And then we're going to have a couple of oxygen bubble distributors to actually make our little area safe. So in the next video, I'm going to have the bubble distributor made. We'll probably have a couple oxygen sealers, and then I'll have enough stuff going so that we can have the farm ready to rock and roll. And that will be in tomorrow's video. So I do apologize for the cheating. I know a few of you guys are going to find that absolutely repulsive. Some of you guys won't. Normally I wouldn't have done it, but a lot of you guys have been begging for this video, and I didn't want to have to pause the video for an hour or two just to get those things set up and accomplished. So I will get all of this stuff sorted in the next couple of hours, and we'll get this to you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we shall blast off and head to the moon. I am also going to be looking for some station builders. There's a specific space station that I would like. I have schematics for it, so it is big and it will take a long time to build. But if it's something that you are interested in doing for my series, let me know and we can work something out. Obviously, you have to be a good builder, though. So if you are a solid builder and think you have what it takes to build a rather large structure, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below or contact me on Twitter. As always, if you liked this video, make sure you slap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.